Hello friends from Wheelchair Gang, Theories here and welcome back to another Doctor Who leak video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but obviously we had some major news that RTD was returning.
It is returning through the dark.
And with that came a bunch of people claiming that they knew what was going to happen next. I mean, leaks. But before we get into it, if you could do yourself a little favour and click that subscribe button, I would be ever so much appreciative. We are trying to get to 10k at the end of the year, and if we could get there, I would absolutely love you forever. We're almost at 8k, and I'd love to get there by the end of next month. But with that said, let's get into today's leaks. This first one is called Russell T Davies Era 2.0 Series 14, 60th Anniversary and Series 15 plans. So quite a chunk of information would be disclosed in this leak, if it was true. Finally, now that all the nonsense can cease, the real news is out. After 12 months of discussion with the BBC, RTD is returning to Doctor Who to lead a brand new generation of the hit sci-fi series. Been keeping this one close to my chest? Of course you have, as I knew many of you would shoot down the rumour due to how insane it is. I have few contacts working at the BBC. I also work in PR, so had very promising whisperings of what was unfolding behind the scenes over the last 4 months. Here is the intel I have. Right now, the 14th Doctor has been locked in. I have heard that it is indeed going to be another female Doctor. Few names have been mentioned. All I can say is that both the frontrunners have featured in Years and Years. Filming begins in 2022 for a 2023 Series 14, and then the 60th Anniversary Special. RTD has currently only signed on for Series 14, 60th Anniversary Special, and the 2024 Series 15. This could change, however. The priority plans for the series are to rebuild the withering audience, update Doctor Who for 2023, and introduce some very big named writers to the Doctor Who universe, in a hope one or two of them will take over from RTD to continue the series. RTD also plans to expand the Doctor Who universe, reintroducing existing characters, creating brand new characters, and setting up for promising spin-offs. Torchwood will return in 2023 in some form. John Barrowman will not lead the series as originally planned. Instead, Eve Miles will lead the brand new cast. This is all the information I have. It's made its way down the grapevine to me, so some of the details may have changed. However, it's all very exciting. Okay, so there's a couple of bits of that to dissect. The idea that RTD signed on for 2 series and the 60th, I could believe. I think 2 series isn't too long. I think as some people are suggesting, that's quite a short period of time for a showrunner, but it would be enough, I think, to get the show back on track. Although, in an ideal world, RTD would stay on forever. With regards to, obviously, a Torchwood spin-off, I can't see them greenlighting it without Barrowman, mainly because he was the star of that show. I feel like it would be better to just let Torchwood as an entity rest. It would kind of be like commissioning a new series of the Sarah Jane Adventures without Liz Sladen, because obviously she passed away. I just can't see it being greenlit. So I'm unsure about that one. With regards to the 14th Doctor being cast and it being a woman, I think people kind of have expected it to be a woman. I'm still not 100% convinced either way. I don't really mind either way, but I think someone like Tania Miller would make sense given that she's worked with Russell before. Talking about other Years and Years actors, I'm trying to think of someone. I mean, Russell Tovey, I believe, is on Years and Years, but he's not a woman, so I'm unsure who it could be, but if any of you have any suggestions, let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, the thing that makes me think that this leak probably isn't accurate is the fact that they waited till after the RTD announcement to make this thing known, almost as if to say, yeah, we totally knew about this before, definitely, 100%. And that's a common theme you'll see throughout the rest of these leaks. This next one's called What the Future Holds. The original hope and the plan of the BBC was to appoint a female showrunner. They had been in talks with someone for a while, but these came to nothing. That could be Sally Wainwright, because that was a common sort of rumour that was tossed about prior to RTD's announcement. I don't know why. I won't claim I was in the room when they were taking place. The BBC want Doctor Who to air in 2023. Wanga was absolutely opposed to any kind of hiatus, and as I understand it, even if they managed to get the woman they were after, this might not have been possible for a number of reasons, not least her already busy schedule. It is possible that they may still get a woman on board for 2024 or later. I believe they haven't given up on this idea. So the BBC turned to RTD and outlined the situation to him. This would have been in the summer. He had to think about it, and the already planned involvement of Bad Wolf was a deciding factor because of Tranter and Gardner. So what's going to happen? Well, the new Doctor has already been cast. Despite all the behind the scenes, this has proved far easier to do. The BBC want to delay announcing her until Series 13 is aired. So again, the idea of a female Doctor continuing is present in this leak as well. This will replicate the handover to Matt Smith in that we will know who she is while Jodie Whittaker's last 3 specials air. However, this may change if the identity leaks. Assuming they can keep a lid on it though, expect something in December. This is when the new Doctor's Power of the Regeneration will be filmed, and no, I don't know who she is, though one particular name keeps being mentioned. Production on her debut story will start in 2022, and she will first appear in a Christmas Day special. Like Tennant, RTD is fairly determined these will be reinstated. There will be a series in 2023, around spring, if everything goes according to plan, with an anniversary special in November of that year. Okay, so very interesting stuff there. The idea of a Christmas special, I'm not sure whether they're referring to a Christmas special in 2022 or 2023. I'm assuming 2022, given how they were talking about it. So then we would actually get 4 Doctor episodes in 2022, with the last one being with the new Doctor, whoever they may be. The rest of it sounds fairly plausible, but again, it's hard to disprove given the fact that we know that half of this is true now anyway. The idea of the handover to the 14th Doctor mirroring Matt Smith's takeover makes a lot of sense, but again, I feel like that's just kind of a good guess, really. And again, this leak holds the fact that there will be a series in 2023, not just a special. I've said before, they said in the tweet, if you look at the tweet, they say he'll be involved in the 60th anniversary. It doesn't necessarily mean that it'll only be one special. But yeah, this one, again, sounds fairly plausible, but again, all of these kind of do now, which is kind of why it's harder to sort of separate, because they're using so much actual official information. The next one's called Doctor Who's 60th and Beyond Leak. Oh god, this feels good to finally get off my chest. Well, as you already know, Russell T Davies is coming back as showrunner to Doctor Who. So now time to give a little context as to why this has happened, as well as what we can expect for the future. So the plans to have Russell back have been in the works for about a month and a half. The BBC have been doing a bit of damage control at the moment, given the serious discourse amongst the fan base following the Timeless Children story. RTD never went to the BBC and asked to come back as showrunner, they went to him. You can kind of see this as a similar position Disney was put in following the reception of Last Jedi, bringing back JJ to do some damage control for Rise of Skywalker. There are a few good reasons why they ask RTD as opposed to a previous showrunner like Moffat. To put it simply, Moffat went through major problems like writer's block and burnout as he soldiered through from 2010 to 2017. Makes sense. The reason RTD has been asked to come back is because the BBC are looking to perform a major course correction of the series in a type of soft reboot for the show, similar to how they revitalised the show in 2005. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and some people on Twitter don't like it when people say this, but it's true. They don't just get Russell T Davies back just for fun. If they're getting him back, then it means that they want to do a course correction. Like, as much as people are opposed to the idea that, oh, Russell T Davies is being brought back to fix Doctor Who, that's kind of what this is. At least that's how it looks from an outside perspective. This is the first time ever we've had an old showrunner back. Not least one who hasn't written for the show in the last 10 years. That's not something that happens every day. You'll also see Chips himself doing some course correction during the TV specials in 2022 to set the runway for RTD's 60th anniversary special for 2013. I think we've travelled back in time 10 years, I think they mean 2023. Now in terms of the 60th, there had originally been planned for there to be a 60th anniversary season on the 23rd of each month from January 2023 to November 2023. I assume they mean that every episode will air in the new month rather than a new series beginning each month and ending at the end, which, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. But those plans have been put under the rug for a motion picture singular special. The plan is for a special bigger than the 50th, with an aim to get a runtime of about 2 hours to 2.5 hours. Take in mind, the planning of this with Bad Wolf Studios is in very early stages. No Doctor has not been cast yet to take over from Jodie. RTD wants a nice roadmap for his tenure plotted before he chooses the next actor, as he wants to build the actor around the story, rather than makes the stories fit the actor. That makes sense. I can believe more that I think that the next Doctor hasn't been cast yet, mainly because we've got so long till Jodie actually leaves and filming on the new series would actually be able to begin anyway. I could believe that they're maybe going through screen tests or auditions currently. As it's understood by the crew at Bad Wolf, RTD wants to do something rather special for the 60th, with the plans to end Jodie's final episode, mid-regeneration, with the 60th taking place within the Doctor's mind and subconsciousness during the entire regeneration process as the next Doctor discovers who they are. That would be a pretty cool idea for a 60th anniversary, I can't lie. Something as meta as that would be really cool. RTD currently wants to be taking a lot of inspiration from the Big Finish stories of Grey's, where the previous Doctor actors will be playing brand new characters to help the new Doctor along the road of self-discovery. He wants the special to be a celebration of the Doctor themselves. Okay, so That's an interesting concept, although I'm not sure whether it would have the most widespread appeal. I feel like if you're going to get old Doctors back, you might as well have them in their respective roles rather than having them play kind of Elseworld versions in the Doctor's own mind. While an intriguing idea, I don't think it would have the massive pull that I think the BBC would want. RTD does have a somewhat of an idea for at least 3 seasons, as he currently wants to have a singular arc, while all 3 seasons also have one long arc involving the Valiard, but as in his production while showrunner. This could easily be a placeholder name to hide the true arc he really wants to work on. Now, of course, this is all in the very early days, as production won't even begin on the 60th until next year, while the 3 specials in 2022 are releasing. If you happen to be a major fan of Jodie's era, get ready to be disappointed, as many plot points started by Chibs are going to be swept under the rug. As the Master once said, get ready, because everything is about to change. Okay, so there's a couple of things there. Obviously, I sort of mentioned the idea for the 60th and basing it on Zagreus. While that would be a cool story, I don't think it would have like the mass market appeal that I think the BBC would want for a 60th anniversary, helmed by Russell T Davies. I think they want something really, really easily marketable that's going to get the mass audience back in. The idea of RTD's showrunning position being a course correction makes total sense. The idea of, them not choosing Moffat due to his burnout, and also, I guess, he wasn't as widely unanimously loved as Davies was, but I feel, again, that's kind of just common sense. The idea that RTD has a plan for at least 3 seasons excites me, although the others have said 2 or 1, so I'm not going to get my hopes up about that, but I would love it if he stayed on for more than 2, because personally for me, I think a lot of people said that Chibnall's 3 series felt short, so I think at least 3 would be lovely for me, especially given that, RTD's just so good at what he does. I could see it more likely being 2 though, due to the fact that if you think about it, Moffat had 6 series, Davies only had 4, so by doing 2 extra series, he'd kind of equal out the playing field there, which could be his plan, or they could have him just do 1. I hope it is more than 1 though. The idea of Jodie's stuff getting swept under the rug, again, I could kind of see that. I can't see Chibnall personally continuing a bunch of the story arcs established in Jodie's era. I think for him, it's much more likely that he'll just do new stuff, because he knows, I think, what to keep with an era of Doctor Who and what to remove in order to make it accessible. And I can't see the Timeless Child being heavily mentioned in his era. But let me know what you guys think about these leaks in the comments below. If you did enjoy, be sure to give it a like, comment down below your thoughts and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.